Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe. So this is a very, sad day, especially if you live in the state of California. The decided to ban, you know, ICE vehicles, internal combustion engine vehicles. By 2035, ICE vehicles are going to be banned in the state of California. Um, which is kind of sad, especially since I feel like EVs, at least right now, who knows what's going to happen 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know exactly what's going to happen. So right now we are, what? So 13 years from now, that's when the ban is going to be taking effect of ICE vehicles being banned in the well, not really United States, but the state of California. So that includes like new sales. Those are going to be gone. So zero emissions, absolutely zero emissions. So fully electric. Now, I've talked about this just in a little bit. I made a YouTube short. If you haven't seen it, recommend you go see it. Where the infrastructure is still not there yet, in my opinion. There's a couple broken, out of order charges, so you can't really charge your vehicle. It's too much of a mess right now. It's not streamlined, and that's the problem. It's just all over the place. Everybody is trying to get in on this. So you have several different companies. Everybody's trying to make their own charges, but nobody is really maintaining those charges because the government gives them a nice incentive for them to, build the said chargers, but they're not really maintaining them. So what's the point of having it when it's not working and we can't utilize it? But anyway, let's go ahead and cover the article. California approves proposal to ban combustion car sales by 2035. Let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so here we go. I guess this article was updated. um anyway, so let's read this and then we'll come back to the update and see what the um Okay. So the proposal would require 35% of new vehicle sales to have zero emissions by 2026. The proposition would increase to 51% in 2028 and 68% in 2030 of these quotas. The measure would allow 20% of these models to be plug-in hybrids. California has released a timeline to achieve 100% zero emission vehicle sales by 2035 in a proposal. CARB has set an ambi- ambitious goal as early as 2026, reported by Automotive News. This is after the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency reissued a waiver under Clean Air Act in March, allowing California to set its own automotive sector rules and ZEV mandates. To recall, California Governor um, Gavin Newsom issued an executive order in 2020 that requires all new passenger vehicles sold in the state to yield zero emissions by 2035, all to combat climate change and adverse effects. New York has since joined the movement, announcing a similar mandate last year. Zero emission vehicles include battery electric vehicles and plug in hybrids. In the new timeline proposal, 35% of new vehicle sales in 2026 should be ZEVs, 68% by 2030, and 100% by 2035. To put all things in perspective, 12.3% of California's new vehicle sales in 2021 are ZEVs. CARB stipulates that initial savings for consumers will be nearly immediate, while cum cumulative is that cumulative cumulative savings will exceed 7,500 in 2035. CARB also said that regulations stated above should result in 1,272 fewer cardiopulmonary deaths, 208 fewer hospital admissions for cardiovascular illness, 249, blah, 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 blah. It's not important. So here's the update. On August 25th, CARB will vote to ban sale of new um, gasoline fueled vehicles by 2035. The state of board member Daniel Sperling told CNN he has 99%. This is monumental. Monumental. This is the most important thing that CARB has done in the past in the last 30 years. It's important, not just for California, but it's important for countries and the world, he said. The proposal would require 35% of new vehicle sales to have zero emission by 2026, blah, 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 51%, 2028, 68. Yeah, same. I already read that. California has voted to approve new measures that include a ban for new internal combustion light vehicle sales in the state by 2035. But we're still we're still in the infancy stages when it comes to EV. I mean, look at if you look at the EV market right now, see how many cars that are available when we're talking about EVs. You have several from Kia and Hyundai, and then you have, a couple from GM, and then you have none from Dodge. Well, they're making some, but I would still stay away. Um, then you have what else? Honda still not in the market with any EVs. They're working on it, but and then you have Toyota that's having issues, Subaru. So all the big car manufacturers are having issues with delivering the EVs, and yet they want the car manufacturer industry or the manufacturers themselves. The state of California want them to produce all these EVs by 2035. That's about what 13 years to transition from ICE vehicles all the way to fully electric. And the for me it's it doesn't make sense because the network cannot handle that amount of cars being plugged into the grid. Even in California, as I sit here and talking to you, we still have blackouts. Well, except this year we didn't have blackouts, but we normally have blackouts every fucking year, and they want to push this preposition. I mean, it's good that they're thinking long term in the future for grandkids, because the stuff that the harm that we're doing to the planet, we won't be able to see the end result in, like, maybe 10,000 or a million years from now. Who really knows? But then we'll be dead and buried, and who knows if civilization will still exist? We don't know. But I see that they're trying to do something good here, but we're just not there yet. But this is just my opinion from everything that I've seen. I mean, we're making progress. For God's sakes, we don't even have cars that can fully drive themselves yet. They're still having issues. It's not been completely streamlined. So this is going to be really challenging for the auto manufacturers, for them to try to abide by this new measure that California has put in place. I know other countries and also have been putting certain things in place. And if you haven't gotten an electric trucks or electric vehicle in general, I would say to just wait and see. Give it at least like 5 years. By then, everything will be streamlined a little bit better, better ranges, more efficient, better safety technology, and all that good stuff. So I would definitely implore you to just wait, especially if you haven't bought one yet and your car is paid off and you're not put in a weird situation to where you're forced to make that change. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about this. California deciding to ban ICE vehicle by 2035. Let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. All right. As always, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'm out.